Your challenge now. Good day to you, dear hearts, dear souls. And so another day is at hand, filled with the wonder of the incoming energies of this ascension time. Yes, the energies coming in are high vibrating, imbued with the fifth dimension of love. They create a frequency, a vibration of light and truth that enables you to be in a deeper contact with your soul, with the divine essence of you. They hold the door, the portal of your knowingness, your divinity open for you. And yet, you find yourself suffering, pulled in a down spiral by opposing forces. There is a real separation, a real division occurring that pulls you back and forth between your divine desire for love and your ego's desire for fear, separation, and destruction. Your challenge now is to negotiate this great awakening time with the maximum of peace and joy that you can achieve. Your ego has been so designed that it is out to sabotage you, to put you into a negative mindset. Your ego wishes to put you into fear, sadness, jealousy, depression, guilt, and shame. Yes, guilt and shame are your ego's weapons against you. Your ego's main aim is to destroy you through painful and negative feelings, through addictions, through sympathy for the destruction of your brethren, through overwhelming guilt and shame. Your ego does not care if you are destroyed by desperation to suicide. Its aim is to engender dark feelings within you, for so is the earthly experience designed. It is from these negative feelings that we learn we prefer love. So mankind has been plagued by the pull of the ego's dark and devious agenda versus the gentle voice of the soul's holy intuition. And this duality, this pull of the yin and the yang, the dark and the light, is greater than ever at this ascension time. The energies coming in support your soul's growth. As the energies grow more intense, so the need is greater for you to ascend in frequency, to keep up with the ever-increasing frequency of the incoming fifth dimensional matrix. Yet, as the dark forces are getting more and more desperate, the control mechanisms that manipulate humanity are being used in a more and more powerful way. The dark ones are increasing their indoctrination. They are telling outright lies on the mainstream media. They are spewing hatred and division. The media outlets that inform humanity are repeating fearful and darkened truths over and over again. Your senses are being used to put you into fear and obsequious servitude. So, each day, the same negative messages are being fed to all the traditional news outlets, and these fear-filled ideas are repeated over and over again, with false holographic images for your eyes to see, loud noises of gunfire and explosions, rioting and sirens for your ears to hear. Fires bring smoke and breathing difficulties, constrictions and discomfort to the body. Loving touch, hugs, connection with your brethren to calm the soul and energize the psyche by the feeling of togetherness are no longer possible, for this is the time of the purported virus, and to many, hugs, close proximity to others, means disease and death. And so you are pulled back and forth between the light and the dark. You are happy and blissful one moment as you up-spiral to the loving dimension, as you alchemize into the love frequency. Then you are triggered by the chaos, the heavy third dimensional frequency around you, back into fear. How can you stay in peace and joy when your world is in such discombobulation? How can you consistently keep your loving vibration, your blissful feeling? Acceptance and surrender are all important here. When you fight what is, you are lowering your frequency. That does not mean that you have to like what is. That does not mean that you approve of the dark agenda of the narcissists around you. What it does mean is that you accept that your planet Earth has been a place of dark entrainment and indoctrination. You accept that this indoctrination, the mechanisms that have been used to control mankind for eons, are becoming more and more visible as light is shone upon them. You accept that mankind is going through the great change, the great enlightenment, the great revelation of this earthly imprisonment, and that, as truth is revealed, the Dark Ones are tightening their controls in a desperate attempt to keep their power. Be assured, they will not succeed, for God, divinity, has decreed that this is the time for the freedom for humanity. This is the Great Awakening, and it is important to realize and accept that chaos is an inevitable part of that awakening. And in order for you to keep your equanimity, for you to stay more consistently in the love vibration, it is necessary for you to stay away from third-dimensional fear. Do not listen to the mainstream news. The information it provides supports an evil agenda of destruction and will lower your frequency. Do not argue with your brethren, for that will put you into a negative down spiral. Stay in peace, sunbathe, walk in nature, hug a tree, meditate, eat health-giving foods, drink lots of water. Do all that you can to keep your frequency high, to stay in the blissful love, light and truth frequency. This is the time where you solidify your relationship with your soul. This is the time when you create your new world. What is it you want to do? What gives you joy? What service to others do you wish to provide? Meditate on these things. Be creative. Write, draw, do whatever you feel good doing. Your ego feels victorious when you allow yourself to be drawn into the fearful chaos of the world around you. Your soul wins when you turn away from darkness and the human entrapment of fear and are in the creativity of divine essence. So acceptance and surrender are all important. Know that despite the apocalyptic picture that you see around you, all is well. This is what mankind and planet Earth need to go through to ascend. This divisive, argumentative, violent situation is revealing the dark agenda. This time of chaos and discombobulation is waking up your brethren that are still imprisoned in the false perception deception, your brethren that are still asleep. Accept that all the riots, all the murders, all the hatred coming into the light is a necessary part of the Great Awakening. Understand that many of your brethren who are still enmeshed in the third-dimensional fear matrix are desperate. They will reactively say any cruel word, do any cruel deed, for they are falling more and more deeply into negativity. They are controlled by the Dark Ones and cannot yet reach above the low negative frequency of fear. Instead, they are more and more entrenched in their false thought system. Since they immerse themselves in the news, since they are addicted to television, to tell you vision, all they hear confirms their negative and desperate view of the world. Do not engage with their fearful view of life, for what is all important for you to do now is to keep your vibration high. Yes, love and light, dear brethren. Love and light are your consistent goal. These are great and wonderful times indeed. You are great multidimensional beings who have experienced the planet Earth dark entrainment and so are moving back into love and light. and your blissful, heavenly beingness. Accept and surrender. Realize that the best is yet to come. Great times are ahead, and you can make this time a great time. For nothing wrong ever happened. Forgiveness of all is surrender to all that is. Forgiveness, acceptance, and surrender frees your soul. That was Aita, channeling her higher self. We are blessed beings, indeed.